you ever stopped to wonder about the power of your words? Have you noticed how a single sentence can lift someone's spirits or shatter them completely? In our busy lives, we often don't realize how much our words shape our relationships, our reputation, and even our inner peace. Today, let's explore some timeless principles on the power of words and silence, guided by the wisdom of Acharya Chanakya, one of India's greatest philosophers. Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, was a strategist, economist, and philosopher who shaped the destiny of an empire. His insights on life, relationships, and self-mastery remain relevant even today. He teaches us that intelligence isn't merely about knowledge or achievements, but also about how wisely we communicate. And often, true intelligence lies not in what we say, but in what we choose not to say. Let's dive into 9 powerful lessons from Chanakya's teachings to help us make our words a source of strength and integrity. Chapter 1. Words reflect our inner self. Imagine meeting someone for the first time. Do you think they can see your thoughts or feelings directly? No. They judge us by the words we choose, by the tone we use, and by how we make them feel in conversation. Acharya Chanakya said, "A person's character and wisdom can be known from his speech." Our words reveal our inner self, our values, and our wisdom. So, are the words you speak showing others the best of who you are? If we are mindful, our words become a reflection of our integrity and depth. Otherwise, they can easily reveal our insecurities or weaknesses. In every interaction, we should ask ourselves, are my words worthy of me? Because, as Chanakya taught, words reflect the soul. Chapter 2. Choose silence over gossip. Have you ever found yourself caught in a conversation where people are gossiping? Did you join in or stay silent? Gossip may seem harmless, but it carries a hidden poison. Chanakya reminds us, a wise man should restrain his words. Gossip and slander are the signs of a weak mind. When we gossip, we lower our dignity and reveal our lack of control over ourselves. Instead, an intelligent person chooses silence, showing maturity and strength. Imagine how much more respected we'd be if we refrained from judging others, understanding that words spoken behind someone's back often come back to harm us. Next time you feel tempted to join a gossip session, ask yourself, will this conversation uplift anyone? Let's choose silence over gossip and build a life of respect. Chapter 3. Think before you speak. How many times have we regretted something we said in a moment of anger or haste? How often do we wish we could take back hurtful words? Chanakya warned, do not be quick to speak. Quick words often lead to regret. Our words hold immense power, and a truly wise person speaks only after careful thought. Before reacting, let's pause and ask ourselves, will my words heal or harm? In today's world, where communication happens instantly, the temptation to reply quickly is strong. But let's remember that words, once spoken, can never be taken back. As Chanakya advised, let's think before we speak, ensuring our words bring harmony and understanding. Chapter 4. Avoid spreading rumors. Have you ever considered the harm a single rumor can cause? A small, seemingly harmless rumor can destroy relationships and trust built over years. Chanakya said, one who spreads rumors invites misfortune upon himself. A wise person understands that spreading rumors reflects a lack of self-discipline and empathy. Instead, let's use our words to encourage and build others up. Spreading rumors shows insecurity, while a person of character chooses dignity and silence. So when we hear something unkind about someone, let's pause and remember Chanakya's lesson. Spreading negativity only invites it back into our lives. Chapter 5. Financial humility. Have you noticed how often people boast about their wealth, their possessions, or their financial achievements? Yet, in the pursuit of impressing others, they often end up creating envy and misunderstandings. Chanakya emphasized, true wealth lies in wisdom, not in the riches of the world. Sharing personal financial details, especially with the intention to impress, often brings more harm than good. An intelligent person keeps financial matters private, knowing that real respect comes from one's character, not one's bank balance. When we boast about wealth, we're valuing ourselves through material means rather than through wisdom or virtues. Let's choose financial humility, as Chanakya advises, focusing on inner growth rather than external display. Chapter 6. Keep calm in provocations. In our day-to-day lives, there are many moments when someone's words or actions might provoke us. But what happens when we react impulsively? Does it lead to a positive outcome? Chanakya teaches, a wise man is not moved by insults. He chooses self-control. When we give in to anger or provocation, we hand control of our emotions to others. Rather than being drawn into unnecessary arguments, a wise person remains calm. This strength, as Chanakya shows, is a mark of true intelligence. Next time someone provokes you, think of this teaching and ask, is this worth my peace of mind? Staying calm in the face of provocation not only strengthens us, but also earns us respect. Chapter 7. Privacy in the digital age. In today's world, social media has made it easy to share every detail of our lives. But have you ever considered the effects of oversharing? Chanakya's teachings remind us, true contentment comes from within, not from the approval of others. Oversharing can expose us to judgment, envy, and even manipulation. A person of wisdom doesn't need constant validation from others. Instead, they choose a life of quiet simplicity. Are we sharing our lives online to find fulfillment, or are we becoming dependent on likes and comments? Let's protect our inner peace by valuing privacy, knowing that real joy comes from within, not from social media. Chapter 8. Honesty is the path to peace. Lying may seem like an easy way out, but have you noticed how lies often create bigger problems down the line? Chanakya taught, honesty is the greatest wealth a man can have. When we lie, we harm our relationships and our peace of mind. Lies, no matter how small, trap us in a cycle of deception and fear. Choosing truth, even when difficult, brings freedom. Imagine a life where we never have to remember which lie we told to whom. Isn't that a life of simplicity and ease? Chanakya advises us to embrace honesty, knowing that while it may not be easy, it is always worth it. Chapter 9. Keep commitments genuine. How often do we make promises we don't truly intend to keep? From simple plans with friends to work commitments, empty promises damage our credibility. Chanakya warned, a promise is a mark of dignity. A broken promise is a sign of disrespect. To a wise person, words are sacred, and a commitment must be honored. Instead of making empty promises, let's follow Chanakya's wisdom and choose sincerity. When we say we'll do something, let's do it with dedication. Real trust is built not on words, but on actions. Before making a promise, ask yourself, can I truly keep my word? When we honor our commitments, we create lasting relationships and a reputation of integrity. We reflected on how our words reveal our character and how often true wisdom lies in the discipline of silence. Now let's continue our journey with the guidance of Acharya Chanakya, exploring 9 more timeless teachings that show us how restraint and thoughtful communication can strengthen our character and enrich our lives. Think about your daily interactions. How many times do you feel compelled to speak or respond, even when silence might serve you better? How often do emotions push you to say things you later regret? Today, let's learn how practicing silence and control, as Chanakya suggests, can transform these situations into opportunities for growth and wisdom. Chapter 10. Speak only when necessary. In our fast-paced world, we're often pressured to keep talking, whether it's at work, in social settings, or even on social media. But Chanakya advises us, a wise person speaks only when it is necessary, and only after careful thought. Speaking less, but with purpose, is a mark of intelligence and respect. Think about your conversations. Are you speaking because it's needed, or are you just filling silence? Imagine how much stronger and more respected your words would be if they were always intentional and meaningful. When we speak only when necessary, we give value to our words and to the moments we choose to be silent. Chapter 11. Keep secrets and show discretion. Have you ever shared something personal with a friend, only to later regret it? Chanakya's wisdom says, "The wise keep their own counsel, for discretion is the mark of intelligence." In today's world, where privacy is... Chapter 12. Silence as a shield. Consider a time when you were provoked, perhaps by an insult or criticism. Did you feel the need to defend yourself? Chanakya advises, silence is the best reply to those who provoke. Responding to every criticism is exhausting and often unnecessary. Silence, in these moments, acts as a shield, preserving our peace and dignity. Imagine the power of staying silent when others expect you to react. It not only protects you but often leaves a lasting impact on the other person. In a world where everyone feels compelled to respond, silence can be a powerful, dignified choice. Next time you feel provoked, remember Chanakya's wisdom. Sometimes silence is the most intelligent reply. Chapter 13. Do not reveal weaknesses. How often do we casually share our fears, failures, or insecurities with others? While it's natural to seek comfort in friends, Chanakya warns us, a wise person does not reveal his weaknesses, for others may use them against him. While sharing struggles can bring relief, it's essential to be cautious about whom we trust with our vulnerabilities. Ask yourself, will sharing this help, or could it make me more vulnerable? When we keep our weaknesses private, we protect ourselves from those who may misuse this knowledge. It's not about hiding who we are, but about choosing wisely what we reveal and to whom, ensuring that we stay strong in the eyes of those who may judge us. Chapter 14. Respect the power of patience. In today's fast-paced society, patience is often mistaken for weakness. We're encouraged to act quickly, react immediately, and make decisions on the spot. However, Chanakya teaches us, patience is the greatest weapon of the wise. Waiting before speaking, before reacting, or even before making a decision is a sign of intelligence and strength. Think about it. How often does haste lead us to regret? When we practice patience, we allow ourselves the time to think clearly, to understand fully, and to respond wisely. In moments of stress or pressure, patience brings clarity and calm. Let's embrace patience, knowing it empowers us to act from a place of strength rather than impulse. Chapter 15. Avoid flattery and empty praise. Have you noticed how easily people use praise to influence others or to seek favor? While it may feel pleasant to flatter or be flattered, Chanakya warns, flattery is the weapon of the dishonest, and the wise should neither engage in it nor be swayed by it. Real respect is not won through empty praise, but through genuine actions and integrity. Let's be mindful of how we give and receive praise. Are our words sincere, or are we saying things to gain approval? Instead of flattery, let's offer genuine encouragement and appreciation, showing that we value others for their true qualities. When we avoid flattery, we foster respect and sincerity in our relationships. Chapter 16. Speak with humility. Think about the times when you've encountered someone who spoke down to others, belittling them. How did that make you feel? Chanakya reminds us, a wise person speaks with humility, for pride in speech only alienates others. When we speak with humility, we connect with others, earning their trust and respect. Humility doesn't mean devaluing yourself. It means respecting others and recognizing that we all have something to learn. Imagine how much stronger our relationships would be if we approached each conversation with humility rather than ego. By speaking with humility, we not only uplift others, but also demonstrate inner strength and confidence. Chapter 17. Avoid excessive complaining. Life is full of challenges, and sometimes it feels natural to vent or complain. However, Chanakya teaches us, complaining brings no solution and only makes one appear weak. Excessive complaining drains our energy and keeps us focused on problems rather than solutions. Instead of complaining, a wise person seeks ways to address issues constructively. When we approach challenges with a proactive mindset, we grow stronger and more resilient. Next time you feel the urge to complain, pause and ask yourself, is there a solution here? When we shift from complaining to problem solving, we not only feel more empowered, but also become a source of positivity for others. Chapter 18. Control anger, for it clouds judgment. Have you ever made a decision in anger, only to regret it later? Anger, as Chanakya teaches, clouds the mind and impairs judgment. When we let anger control our words and actions, we often hurt others and ourselves. The wise person, according to Chanakya, recognizes the danger of anger and works to control it. Think about how powerful it would be to pause in moments of anger, to breathe, and to respond with a clear mind. Anger is like a fire. It destroys indiscriminately, harming everything in its path. By controlling our anger, we keep our judgment sharp and our relationships strong. Practicing this restraint not only benefits our mental peace, but also earns us the respect of others. Ask yourself, how often do you feel lost in the chaos of daily life, unsure of your next step or reaction? How often do you feel that your emotions or impulses take control of you? Today, let's explore how practicing self-awareness and control, as Chanakya suggests, can lead us to a life of wisdom, balance, and true strength. Chapter 19. A wise person knows his own limits. Have you ever overextended yourself, saying yes to too many commitments, only to feel overwhelmed and stressed later? Chanakya teaches us, a wise person knows his own limits and doesn't overcommit. Knowing what you can and cannot do is crucial for preserving your energy and well-being. Think about the times when you've said yes just to please others, or because you didn't want to let someone down. In the process, you may have neglected your own needs or stretched yourself too thin. Chanakya reminds us that self-awareness and understanding our limits is key to maintaining balance. It's okay to say no when needed, because protecting your time and energy is a sign of wisdom, not weakness. Chapter 20. Practice self-control in all areas of life. Self-control is not just about what you say or do in specific situations, but about maintaining balance in every aspect of your life. Chanakya advises, self-control is the greatest virtue and brings lasting happiness. Whether it's controlling your desires, managing your emotions, or making disciplined choices, self-control shapes the quality of your life. Ask yourself, in what areas of your life do you need more control? Is it in your spending habits, your eating choices, or in the way you react under stress? The ability to control ourselves in difficult moments defines our future. It's not about suppressing natural desires, but channeling them in ways that bring growth and happiness. When we practice self-control, we master our life, instead of letting it control us. Chapter 21. Focus on knowledge, not wealth alone. In the world today, we often place an overwhelming emphasis on wealth as the ultimate goal of life. However, Chanakya reminds us, a wise person values knowledge over material wealth, for knowledge is the true wealth. Wealth can be lost or stolen, but knowledge lasts forever. Consider this, how much of your time is spent accumulating wealth, and how much is spent in the pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge not only elevates your intellect, but also enriches your inner life. True wealth, as Chanakya teaches, comes from understanding the world and ourselves. Investing in learning and wisdom is the foundation for a prosperous and meaningful life, one that cannot be taken away. Chapter 22. Surround yourself with the wise. Who do you spend your time with? Who influences your thoughts and decisions? Chanakya wisely says, the company of the wise is more valuable than gold, for they guide us to greatness. The people around us shape our thinking, our habits, and even our destiny. If we want to live wisely, we must choose our company carefully. Think about the individuals you surround yourself with. Are they inspiring you to grow or holding you back? Like a plant grows best in fertile soil, we thrive best in environments that nurture our wisdom. Seek out those who challenge you to be better, those who uplift and guide you toward your highest potential. The right company is the key to becoming the best version of yourself. Chapter 23. Recognize the value of time. We often hear that time is money, but time is even more valuable than that. It is life itself. Chanakya says, time is the most valuable resource. Waste it, and you waste your life. Every moment spent in meaningless activity or procrastination is a moment we can never get back. Reflect on how you spend your day. How much time is dedicated to things that add real value to your life, and how much is spent on distractions or unnecessary tasks. Time is the one resource we cannot replenish, yet we often treat it as if we have an infinite supply. By recognizing the value of time, we start living more intentionally, focusing on what truly matters and avoiding the waste of precious moments. Chapter 24. Cultivate the habit of gratitude. In a world that often emphasizes what we lack, gratitude is the key to peace. Chanakya teaches us, gratitude is a virtue that opens doors to happiness. When we cultivate a habit of gratitude, we begin to see abundance in everything around us, instead of focusing on what we don't have. Think about the people and things you're grateful for in your life. When was the last time you expressed gratitude for the simple blessings, your health, your family, or even the opportunity to learn? Gratitude shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance, and in doing so, it brings joy and contentment. As we practice gratitude, we find more peace and positivity in our daily lives. Chapter 25. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is a natural part of life, yet we often fear it and avoid it at all costs. Chanakya reminds us, fear of failure holds back the wise. Failure is the first step toward success. Every great achievement is preceded by failure, and failure is not something to be feared, but something to learn from. Ask yourself, when was the last time you failed? Did you see it as a setback, or did you use it as an opportunity to grow? Embracing failure is key to success. By learning from our mistakes, we become stronger and more capable. Let's shift our perspective and see failure not as an obstacle, but as a stepping stone to greater achievements. Chapter 26. Understand that all things are temporary. In life, nothing is permanent. Not our successes, not our failures, and not even our relationships. Chanakya teaches, understand that everything in life is temporary, and this knowledge brings inner peace. By acknowledging the impermanence of all things, we learn to let go, move on, and embrace change with wisdom. Think about the challenges you face, whether personal or professional. Knowing that these moments will eventually pass gives you the strength to endure and the clarity to make better decisions. Life is constantly changing, and when we accept this, we free ourselves from unnecessary attachment and suffering. Chapter 27. Never trust an unstable person. Have you ever trusted someone who promised one thing, but then acted in an entirely different way? Chanakya advises, never trust someone whose actions do not align with their words, for such people bring trouble. Consistency between words and actions is a sign of integrity and reliability. Reflect on your relationships. How often do you encounter people whose words you cannot rely on? Trust is built on consistency and sincerity. As you move forward, remember that those who show instability in their actions are not trustworthy. Surround yourself with those whose words and deeds align, for they are the foundation of true trust and respect. As we come to the end of this journey through Chanakya's wisdom, we see how these teachings create a blueprint for living a life of integrity, purpose, and wisdom. From understanding our limits to embracing failure and practicing gratitude, each lesson contributes to our growth as individuals and as members of society. When we live according to these principles, we not only enhance our own lives, but also inspire others to do the same. Let's embrace these teachings, making them the foundation of our daily choices and actions. By doing so, we move closer to the life of wisdom, peace, and fulfillment that Chanakya envisioned. Thank you for walking this path of wisdom with me. May these teachings continue to guide you as you navigate your own journey, empowering you to live with strength, self-awareness, and unwavering integrity. Thank you.